Welcome back, everybody, to the Now Morning Show. We're having a little fun this morning, and I mean, we're really excited because for the very, very first time, Trinidad and Tobago is hosting the Regional Mixed Methods Research Conference. Arthur Lockjack. Today, I have with me Dr. Vimala Judy Kamaluddin, who is the president of the Mixed Methods Caribbean chapter, and Mr. Steve Weaver, who is the manager of the same organization. Good morning and welcome. How are you all this morning? I am really excited to talk about this, and this is the third time it's happening, first time in Trinidad and Tobago. As the president, Dr. Kamaluddin, how is it for the past 2 years, and what can we expect today?
Wonderful question. So first of all, thanks for having us here. It's so amazing to be able to stand here with my colleague who flew in from Jamaica last night to be able to talk together about this exciting conference. And this conference starts today. It's being held at the Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business at the University of the West Indies. An amazing venue for an amazing event, bringing together people all over the Caribbean and all over the world. So it's filled with activities, morning, evening, night, straight.
What time does it start?
Well, it starts at 9 a.m. this morning.
Starts at 9 o'clock this morning and goes until...
Well, there are events even down to the evening. There are different events throughout the campus of the University of the West Indies.
Would be at this Regional Mixed Methods Research Conference?
So first we have a data analysis workshop happening today at the School of Education. It's on Q Day Minor, and the facilitator and developer himself, Norman Palladieu, has flown in from Montreal to actually conduct this workshop itself, and we are so happy to have it. So we have those persons there in the lab right now, getting all fit and ready into that first workshop.
And we'll get back to a little bit more of what is happening, but the first two conferences took place in Jamaica, and you are from Jamaica, and you flew in last night to Trinidad. you seem...
It's a tricky question.
That's a tricky statement. I'm Trinidadian by birth.
So you're Trinidadian.
Trinity to the
bone. Yeah. But I've spent a long time in Jamaica, more than 30 years, and I work with the university. So we historically had started in about 2015.
Yes.
We had visitors from the US. That is, we had Oebose and some of those big names in mixed methods. They came with us, and so we decided that we wanted a chapter, and so that's where we began having the discussion about getting a mixed methods chapter for the region.
Yeah. So for people who are looking on and asking, what is mixed methods? What is mixed methods?
Most persons will know the kind of research where you go out and you collect numbers. So you ask
that's quantitative research.
That's quantitative research. But then there's qualitative research, which really gets to the answer as to why something happens. And that's really fundamental for understanding human behavior in certain conditions. But what we have decided is that if we want the best of it all, we need the numbers. We need to know how many people have been doing this, how many people have been doing it, but we also need to know why.
Yeah.
And so what we do, we put those two questions together. How many and why? And so we were able to look at it, and this is where mixed methods come. So we mix the qualitative approach and the quantitative designs, and we put that together as a mixed methods approach to research. That gives you a really broad perspective on any issue that you decide to study.
Yeah, I am actually doing some stuff, and I'm using the mixed methods research.
Oh, congratulations.
This conference might come in handy.
You should come. Please, come on down.
It's exciting. It's exciting.
It is.
And the thing with qualitative data is that you are able to go out and speak with people to observe actually what is happening. So you get a clearer picture and understanding of what is taking place.
You know, this is so important, because a lot of times we look at the numbers, and that's very important. But sometimes the single case gives you an insight into what's happening with that person or that situation, such as in a school. Let's take an example like bullying, for example. You could look at all the numbers and look at bullying statistics across globally or regionally or in a school. But then you talk to someone who's bullied, or you look at the profile of someone who's a bully, or you look at interventions and you talk and get that real story from that person. That mix against the milieu, the background of the individual and the personal, makes for richness and depth and rigor in investigating problems that we still can't seem to find solutions
because
to.
by just giving the numbers, you just give one side of it. But by addressing the why, you are able to actually help people or help the situation.
That's right. So we want to strengthen our research methods in our country, in the Caribbean, globally. And we have come together to say, let's see what Steve knows and what he doesn't know and what he can bring. Let's see what Vimala knows and what she doesn't know and who she knows. And let's connect these two countries. Let's connect these two researchers. Let's connect these two bodies. So the conference that we're actually talking about is so interesting because it's not only the University of the West Indies, it's also University of Trinidad and Tobago, University of Toronto. Committee members have come together from different parts of the world and different institutions to work together to say, let's do this in Trinidad and Tobago in 2019.
Yeah, and that sounds like a really good initiative. So, so why is it that important? Yes, we talk about knowing the why to address the problem, but any other reason why people should pay attention to this? I mean, it's simple for people to go online and read about mixed methods.
No, you see, mixed methods, while you may be able to do that, it requires a sort of groundswell with the grassroots researchers coming together and looking at the various issues and bringing it all together as one, one stream. And I think that's really the fundamental reason why we want to build across the region, not just in Trinidad, but across the region, a thrust, an association, a drive, a movement for mixed methods. More people studying the various issues, more people getting a broader perspective, and so we have a broader idea of what's really happening and how best to approach it. We solve problems. That's what it is about.
And it's all about solving problems. Can you give me the information again as it relates to the conference, which starts today?
All right. So just before we do that, I just wanted to tell you that we are really blessed to have 20 persons from Jamaica, 11 persons from Barbados, 102 from Trinidad and Tobago, 22 from the USA. We have persons from South Africa, Malaysia, Italy, Denmark, and Belize, Bahamas, who have all come to Trinidad and Tobago to say, we want to be part of this. And one important thing that we need to talk about is the kind of experts we have been able to attract and bring down. The people who write the books. People like Professor Creswell. John W. Creswell is known globally. He travels the world. He has been speaking on methods. And he is here flying in tonight for his particular thing for all the remaining days. Professor Tony Onwubuzi, Professor Cheryl Poth, Professor Elizabeth Kramer, who is the president of the global organization. They are all going to be here in Trinidad and Tobago, and we get to interact, and all who come and network and learn with and from these experts.
And it starts this morning at 9 o'clock, so people can look forward to this and probably hear the results at some point in time. What is the outcome of this meeting? Because a lot of times people have conferences and, after that, what happens? Nothing happens.
Right. So we consider this conference as a start in Trinidad and not an end.
Yes.
You understand? A start and not an end.
Because we want to move our thrust away from just individual territories, but to spread out across the region.
We want to grow it within the Caribbean and across the Caribbean.
Barbados, and we will start at the grassroots researchers, building them up and moving the association throughout the region.
So is it that people can come and view what is happening?
Yes, of course. It's at Arthur Lockjack. One event is at School of Education, which is today, and tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Arthur Lockjack, which is just before Mount Hope. That's where the conference is actually being held, and it is going to be amazing.
And any fees attached to it?
Of course.
What is the fee?
Well, it's right now it's $200 US for students, and there are different price. There are different rates for if you're a non-student.
Right.
But we've made discounted prices for students to be able to access the 3 days and really special workshops.
So hopefully people can go down and check that out.
Yes.
Sounds like a really, really great initiative. Thank you very much, Dr. Vimala Judy Kamaluddin and Dr. Steve Weaver for coming on this morning and chatting with us about the 3rd Regional Mixed Methods Research Conference. This is the Now Morning Show on TTT. We take a break and come back with more. Stay with us.